Mark Zuckerberg thought that he was being tricky when it came to this TikTok ban. A lot of people are speculating that TikTok merged with Meta, but I want to explain to you why I don't think this was the case at all. And I think that Mark Zuckerberg was actually betting on the fact that TikTok would never sell to the United States. Mark Zuckerberg is dealing with a lawsuit from the Federal Trade Commission accusing him of running a monopoly. And that lawsuit against Mark Zuckerberg is alleging that Meta engaged in anti-competitive practices to maintain a monopoly. They're saying that Facebook used its wealth, data, and influence to buy out all of their competitors. The lawsuit also alleges that Facebook's acquisition of Instagram and WhatsApp app helped it remove the rivals from the market. And because of this, we can almost guarantee that Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't try to purchase TikTok. But I do feel like what Mark Zuckerberg was doing, since we know that all of the senators were in his pockets and he allegedly donated millions to try to push TikTok to get banned in the United States, was his motive on purpose, hoping that TikTok would never find a United States buyer, because over the years they made it very clear that they would never do that. And then it would eliminate your competition, which is what Mark Zuckerberg is already being accused of in his lawsuit. But he's doing it in a way that legally he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for it, because it was a law filed by the same senators and even passed by the Supreme Court who own stocks in Meta. They're also going to want Meta's #1 competitor, who is TikTok, also eliminated, because in the long run, that just makes them more money. And the TikTok ban took effect, not only did we lose TikTok, we lose apps like CapCut and Lemonade and even more that are owned by ByteDance. Here comes Mark Zuckerberg again with his copying antics with the Instagram edit apps that is almost identical to CapCut. In all reality, I think that Mark Zuckerberg was just preying on the fact that he knew that he could try to get Congress to pass a law to ban TikTok, and knowing that they have already said that they would never sell to the United States, that was his smart way to eliminate the competition. So TikTok, yes, not wanting to sell to the United States company, fought so hard against it. But then in the long run, at the end, like we're seeing now, they are talking about selling to a US company. You can almost guarantee it's not Mark Zuckerberg. It makes more sense to the fact that TikTok is actually playing chess, not checkers, like Mark Zuckerberg thought that they were going to do, and by thinking that that was going to eliminate TikTok totally as his competition. We even had Mark Zuckerberg coming out this year admitting that the government made him censor content. And all of a sudden, Mark Zuckerberg wanted to jump back into Donald Trump's good graces. I mean, we're literally seeing it. Here he is at inauguration. Here is Jeff Bezos and also Elon Musk. 3 big controllers in mainstream media. We know Mark Zuckerberg owns Instagram, Facebook. Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. And Elon Musk, of course, owns X. Now we know that the TikTok CEO is also in a good relationship with Donald Trump as well, and they are working on a plan to sell to an American buyer. So we have all of these CEOs of mainstream media, how we receive our facts, being very close to Donald Trump. And I honestly don't know how all of this is going to work in the current situation that we have, but it just shows you how close mainstream media is to the actual government, and that it has been. Because all of this information, you can almost guarantee that Mark Zuckerberg is not going to be the one that acquires TikTok. It just seems like Donald Trump is having all of these CEOs really close to him as allies that all offer mainstream media to all of us. But y'all, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.